Chat, we back. That's not Jay. Same YouTube. I wouldn't say I'm doing a rebrand. I just want to restart my channel for personal reasons. So I deleted all my old videos. And I just want to restart my channel. I want to be more organized, more structured. I am really trying to teach myself as I go, obviously. I'm trying to teach myself how to better, like how to better tell story times. I am somebody, I'm not really scatterbrained, but I will sometimes give a backstory to the main story, and then I go on a whole discourse, and then I just forget about, like, I'm trying to get better. So, like I said, I'm working on my mind to mouth connection. I'm more of a thinker than anything, so I'm an introvert. I don't talk a lot. And I think when I really go on, like, when I tend to talk for long periods of time, whether it's I'm telling a story, I'm talking to somebody, I get off topic very easily. So I need to work on that. So I felt like my last channel, not my last channel, I felt like my old videos, if you were here, you know what I'm talking about. If you're new here, hey, you're not gonna know what I'm talking about. So, but my old videos, man, I get too, like, I jump from, so the main story is meat and potatoes, but then the macaroni and the green beans help me, talk to y'all about the meat and potatoes. I get to talking about the macaroni. I get to talking about the cheese in it. I get to talking about where I went for the cheese. I get too off topic. I'm talking about meat and potatoes, but I might have to tell you that there was macaroni and green beans on the plate too. But then I get off on a tangent. It's horrible. So I am really working on that. Like, seriously, it's bad. So I decided to go ahead and make this video to give y'all this video is going to be long, I'm telling you now. If you ride in your truck, it'd be best to listen to this while you're riding on the truck or doing laundry or something, that takes up a long period of time. But yeah, we back. I'm not going to promise consistency. I'm not going to promise certain days that I upload. I do want to be more consistent with content. I actually kind of sort of enjoy doing it. I want to focus on my short form content, so like YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels. I really enjoy making those, and it doesn't require me to talk. So that's why I like it so much. I like the long form too, but I don't really live a life that really requires a lot of long form content. Like, I don't have much to tell y'all all the time. So, yeah, we back, and I will upload as much as my life allows. I don't want to just come on here and be doing random stuff. So, anywho, like I said, this YouTube is just like a diary of my life. Like, the goal with this YouTube for me is to look back in a few years and see change in my weight, change in my speech, change in how I handle situations, change in just a lot of things. And it's just kind of like a life diary for me, but it's also, I'm not going to give too much of my life on here either. I know it's weird, but I don't know, I just want to be able to look back. I'm not photogenic. I don't really take video. I've been getting more into taking videos of myself, but I'm not very photogenic. I just want to be able to look back, because I don't have any pictures of myself, really. I'm 27. I don't have a lot of pictures or videos of myself from my 20s. I just don't. Like, I don't have any pictures. So I really want to get more into taking pictures of myself, videos of myself. Even if it's, I'm not saying anything, just documentation. That's why I really love the short form content. Just throw some music on it and just show what I did and go about my life, right? Because I would hate to get to like 50 and 60. All I can do is like think about things instead of having like an actual visual of what I was doing back then, So I am working to become successful. I believe I will be successful. I know I will be successful. I really, really think that I'm going to be a multimillionaire. And I'm so serious. I'm so serious. I really think with my ambition, my resilience, my relentlessness, I really do think I'm going to become very successful in life. I don't care to become famous, but I think I'm going to be very successful. I think I'm going to be financially stable. I think I'm going to, like, I'm building the life that I dream to live. It is going to be hard. It has been hard. Especially when, I don't have a safety net. All I have is my mom. I don't have a dad. I don't have siblings. I don't have aunts and uncles, cousins. I told y'all the last few videos I deleted, like, there is nobody. There's just me and my mom. So it's hard. So, but I still think with how determined I am and how I'm very discontent with the life that I have right now for multiple reasons. I'm not going to get into it, but I'm very discontent with my life. I don't like my life. I'm not very happy. I'm not like fuck. I mean, I can get fucked up. I ain't gonna lie to you, but like I'm just not very happy with my life, and I haven't been happy in a long time in terms of like how I live and stuff like that. And it's not necessarily money, 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 but it is like money could solve a lot of my problems right now. It would. So, and I hate that, it just is what it is in America, man. I don't want to be in this rat race forever. I'm tired of just a lot of shit. So, money will solve a lot of my problems. And money will also, having money buys you time. We don't have a lot of time here on earth. I'm already 27. If we get lucky, we get to like 80, 90 years of age. But who the to start living at 50? You're 50. Like, I want to start living. I'm 27. I want to start living soon. I know things are going to happen along the way that throw you off course and set you back and blah, blah, blah. I'm already going through that as we speak. I'm going to stay on topic. See, I caught myself. I'm going to stay on topic. So, but yeah, right now, I'm at the stage of my life where I feel like I didn't really lock in on my life. I didn't start taking my life serious until I turned 25. I really wish I would have took life. Some people, what is it called when people do that? Oh, waking up. I didn't wake up till I was 25. Seriously, I did not wake up to what my life was until I was 25 because that's when life hit. Like, and I don't think it has anything to do with like, oh, your prefrontal lobe develops fully at 25. No, I don't even think it was that. I genuinely just did not know. I didn't have a clue of like what I wanted to do, what am I good at, what can keep my interest. Like, in order to know what you want to do with your life, or at least for a long period of time, it needs to be something that you are just so crazy about and so determined and so intrigued about. And to where even if it keeps disappointing you, you keep coming back. Even if it's hard to understand, you keep coming back. Even if you suck at it at first, you keep coming back because it's just something about whatever it is that you're getting at that you feel like it's going to, you're damn near delusional about it. I did find something. I do not want to reveal what it is. I want to keep that to myself, and I want to work in private on that. I'm not trying to gatekeep. It's not that deep. It's just I don't care to be putting it out there what I plan to do. I really just want to show when it happens, So I'm essentially putting myself through YouTube University to learn what I'm learning. If it comes time to where I'll need to take a course, I will. Right now, I'm using trucking to pay the bills. And save money for I now know I need to buy a car because me and my mom share a car. I bought the car back in college. It worked for a while sharing it when I was working odd jobs at home. But it's really been better now because I'm a truck driver. I'm away from home, so she just has the car. But eventually, with what I want to do, is going to require me to come off the road and potentially have like a second shift trucker job. Like, I don't know, like a box truck job or something. I can't do that if we're sharing a car. Like, if you've ever shared a car with somebody, like, trying to figure out, like, what schedule works with sharing a car, it gets to be a lot. My mom works weird hours. Not weird, but, like, to where she has the car all day. And I don't want her, like, riding in Ubers and stuff. Plus, Ubers have gotten expensive. Like, it costs you $30 to go 10 miles, so... And $50 to go 30 minutes. Like, it's ridiculous. I'm not riding Uber. She's not riding Uber. It's ridiculous. So I might as well buy a car. So, like, stuff like that. Like, now I have to buy a car. With this economy, cars have gotten expensive. Like, used cars are $20,000. Starting at $20,000. A brand new car used to be $20,000 total. Now, used cars are $20,000 with 100,000 something miles on them. So, I gotta buy a car. So that is going to be a setback. But it's also going to be, it's going to help me make money too. So I'm looking at it from both ways with that. In addition to, I plan on using this job to, I told myself, crazy thinking, but I told myself this is going to be my last trucker job. I'm going to work this job for a year or two, 6 months to a year, and I'm going to save up all this money, and I'm going to use the money and, go just full port in on what I want to do. Life came and sat my black ass down and said, bitch, you need a car first. So I need a car. So that's going to take time to get the car. It's going to take time to get you know, because I'm also building up a high yield savings account. I want to have at least 3 months worth of expenses in there. The long term goal is 6 months plus worth of expenses in there, which is like bills basically. I'm almost close to $1,000 in that savings account, and that makes me very happy because this comes from somebody I used to not save money, I used to not care. Like, I'm telling y'all, I did not take my life serious until 25. I didn't wake up to 25. I'm glad I woke up at 25 because there are people that are waking up at like 40 and life gets substantially harder. But so like I'm glad I woke up at 25, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I do feel behind. So like I finally got a high yield savings account. Did y'all know I didn't even have a bank card for the longest. I used to just have Chime and some other card. I used to have Chime for the longest. I used to not even have a real fucking bank card. I used to not have credit cards for the longest, like just stuff I wasn't thinking about. But as I got older, and I don't know what it was about 25, but life hit me and I was like, I need some money. I don't want to be broke forever. I don't want to continue living a life where I can only make I'm only able to make limited decisions based off my lack of resources. I don't like it. So I want to be able to live. I want to be able to travel, leisure. Like, every time I drive through certain cities, I be like, bruh, fuck this truck. I want to pull the truck over, get off the truck, get in the Uber, and just go everywhere. I want to live a life where I don't have to. And if you know, you know. If you ever been broke or if you broke right now, you know where you have to look at your bank account and you be like you have to map out how much you're going to spend, or you have to map out, okay, rent is due this day, this bill is due this day. How much do I have to spend? Like, I don't want to keep living like that, life like that. I want to be able to live a life full of luxury, comfort, and leisure, like, so I can make memories and die empty. That's what I want to do. So, I know this stuff ain't gonna come easy. I know they say you gotta be patient. I know they say, like, all the cliche things that successful people say is really true. You really have to, like, be dedicated. You really got to put the vices down. You really got to lock in. You really got to, like, skip out on the net. Stop doing Netflix binges. Stop going out partying with friends. Stop. Now, the good thing about me is I don't have vices. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't party. I'm an introvert. But I will say my vice was laziness. Like, I like to just I used to just like laying around watching TV, not doing nothing. I used to just binge watch Twitch, I can, no, there is no better doom scroller than me. Now, I'm pulling back from the doom scrolling, and trucking has helped a lot with that because you can't be on your phone. Obviously, you're driving. But like, I used to be the doom scroller. Like, one thing about me, I can scroll for like 4 hours straight. Don't need to talk to nobody. Don't need no other type of entertainment. Like, the TV will be on, and I'd just be scrolling on Instagram. Like, it's bad. So, and I just, when you're doing that, that's 4 hours that you could have been working towards something, researching, doing something, right? So, I'm just in the stage of my life where I'm like reprogramming. I'm breaking old habits. I'm replacing bad habits with good ones. Because I've found that is the easiest for me to obtain new habits and, like, actually, like, integrate them into my life and it actually sticks. I can't just say, okay, I'm done watching so much TV. I'm done watching so much Twitch. I'm done watching so much YouTube. Like, I'm just tired of watching everybody else live these great ass lifestyles, and I'm not. So I can't live vicariously through other people for too long. Like, I just can't. I want to be able to, like these streamers, they're making buku money. It's insane. And, like, they can just wake up wherever and do whatever. I want that type of life. I can wake up and do what the fuck I want to do. So, anyways, but yeah, I woke up at 25. But by the time I woke up, I had $20,000 of credit card debt. So that's what led me to trucking, by the grace of God. And I just want to say thank you to myself for sticking to this, because trucking for me has been a very hard journey, like the most challenging thing ever in the world to me. I'm not gonna lie to you. And not because the nature of the job. Trucking is one of the easiest jobs I've ever had. It's the easiest job I've ever had. I don't have coworkers. I don't have nobody bothering me. There's no, like, drama. Like, I create my own work environment. However, the politics of trucking drive me insane, with the fleet managers, the dispatchers. You think you got a nice load, you get hit with a damn. Why? You think you got a good load, and then they hit you with a relay. That is tiresome. Now, that is, like, It's like, bro, what are y'all doing? Like, I remember one week at Rail, bro, they hit me with relay after relay after relay. I'm like, yeah, somebody's fucking with me. So anyways, right? And then, like, you'll be doing so cool, and then here comes your fleet manager coaching you. Like, you don't be doing nothing, and here comes your fleet manager just being weird. Like, that's the shit that drives me crazy. And then, of course, you know, trucking isn't predictable. It's based off freight. It's based off the economy, yada, yada, yada. But I do feel like there would be consistency if, how do I say it? I feel like trucking doesn't have to be as... Anyway, we're going to move away from that topic. But I feel like trucking could be way smoother if we change a few things. But anyways. But yeah, like, trucking is, it's the job is simple. It's the politics around it that just, it's mentally draining. Especially, like, when you're constantly away from home and you feel like you ain't making no goddamn money, or you're really just not making no money. You know, initially, you know, yeah, you got to pay your dues because you are a risk to the company. You are causing their insurance to go up because you're new. So it's like, okay, take that with a grain of salt. I personally feel like no driver should make less than $1,000 a week, period. Really, I want to say, I feel like no driver should make less than $1,500 a week after tax. I understand you got to pay your dues at first, but boy, when I first started at Rail, I was making $700, $800, $900 a week. It was killing me. Like, I'm like, man, shit. But even still, I was able to penny pinch and pay off debt. And then, you know, towards the end of me working at Rail, I was making $4,000 a month. So that was the most money I've ever made in my life, like $4,000 a month. And but I need more. I know you're probably like, goddamn, how much you need? We live in America. It's 2025. Well, it's 2026. Put two and two together. Shit not cheap. So like a trip to y'all, no lie, going to the grocery store, I can get 8 items in my. I swear to God, every time I go to the store, Walmart, Meijer, Kroger, it don't matter. Every time I go to the store, my minimum is always $70 to $80. I can just be getting like paper. I could be getting paper towel, car towels for the truck, you know, checking the oil. Like, and then I'm a truck driver. I have to buy gloves. I have to buy, like, some things are just recurring charges, right? This shit always, like, oh my God. When you're an adult, you have to buy clothes for yourself. I gotta feed myself. And I'm not a stickler. Yes, I eat out and shit. And I also like leisure. Like, I want to go to Putt Shack. I want to go Top Golf. I want to go bowling. And mind you, all this stuff has become hella expensive. When I was a teen, bowling was like, I want to say me and my friend paid like $15 back in high school for bowling. 1 hour, 2 people, 1 lane was like $30. Maybe, no, I said $15. If that, I don't know. Shit just used to be so cheap. Like, skating used to cost like, going to the skating ring would be like $8. Now that I haven't been skating in years, but like, there's no telling how much skating costs. Bowling is like $60 for 2 people. It's like everything just costs. Like, you think you're bad with money because you made one damn purchase to fucking have fun. Like, life is expensive and it's not fair. This is not right for anybody. Like, us Americans are getting bent over with no lube. It's crazy. So, and this is just greed. It's straight up greed. There is no such thing as inflation, bro. Greed. If it was inflation going on, these companies would not be recording record high sales. Because if they were truly paying more for the products, you know, if they were truly paying more for the products that they're receiving in order to, you know, manufacture up some shit to ship out stuff to us and put on the shelves, they would be making roughly the same. They're making more because they never needed it in the first place. Like, I don't know why people are not registering that. They're like, oh, inflation. We're not going through inflation, y'all. We're going through greed. Is what we're going through. And greed is causing a goddamn recession. Like, we're not going through inflation. We're going through greed is what we're going through. Why this is happening, I don't know. But at the same time, let's not pretend like the history of America, like the history of America has always worked against Americans. So, like, we don't have free healthcare, but we're sending aid to other places. We don't have free healthcare, but we're shipping. You see what I'm saying? We don't just fuck Americans. Let's ship all of our resources out to other people and shit. You gotta take care of your people first, and America has never done that. We're not gonna get into that, but yeah, man. Long story short, I live in America. Life ain't getting no cheaper, and I want to live good, so I gotta do what I gotta do. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it. So, getting back into, I am about to talk about, I am in my new company. I left Rail Transport again. This will be my, I left them, this will be my third time leaving Rail. So just a little backstory. I started at Rail in March of 2023. I got my CDL after 2 bad trainers. I was like, F this, I'm out. I went to CFI, had met the worst trainer I've ever dealt with in my life. With any of my jobs, anything, worst trainer ever. Worst human, one of the worst humans I've ever met in my life, right? Tried to get some help, like, hey, give me another trainer. They didn't want to give me another trainer. And they were basically telling me I was lying about what I was reporting about to do. So I was like, F y'all. Went home, went back to Rail in like July 2023, and I stayed with Rail up until May of 2025, and then I left again. I initially wanted to go with JB Hunt. That didn't go well. I didn't even get to start with them. I didn't even get to go to orientation. They dropped the ball and they didn't care to pick it up. So then I went to Quality Carriers, which is a chemical hauling company, a tanker company. I was like, oh, cool, dope. I have my hazmat, my tanker, and my doubles and triples. I was like, okay, this is gonna be dope. I get to use my endorsements. Like, let's see what this is gonna be about, right? No, got there, went through the initial training. Then I went to my terminal for training, and I wasn't even trained. I was just running local shuttle shit. And then they were like, hey, are you ready for your truck? Truck was dirty, needed an alignment. I wasn't even trained. Like, I wasn't comfortable. I'm running chemicals. I essentially have a bomb behind me. And all these chemicals would have been under some type of pressure. Like, it's a dangerous job, but I was willing to do it for the money. But I'm grateful that I got away from that company, because I still keep in contact with the guy that I started with there. And he's an owner op, so he has more freedom. But he's like, man, a lot of company drivers are quitting. A lot of drivers are sitting. Nobody making no money. And that was what was going on when I got there. Like, they couldn't find me any loads to run. I ran one load. It was motor oil, and I ran that with my trainer. But it was motor oil. I need to run chemicals. I want to be running chemicals, hazmat. You know what I'm saying? I need to go out with the actual person on the road to see how they trip plan for hauling hazmat. I'm used to trip planning for non-hazmat loads. I need to see how to trip plan for hazmat loads. I need to be running with chemicals behind me to see if I can handle that type of responsibility. I'm running with water behind me, water or an empty tanker. I wasn't prepared at all. And then me and my trainer, we kept going in to ask them, like, can y'all get me a load to where, I could actually get some damn experience, get my feet wet. They kept saying, we're trying. They talk really vague there. It pissed me off. Everybody talks around what you're asking. Like, if you say, hey, where you get that shirt from? They be like, oh, JCPenney was having a sale, Macy's, You never told me where you got the shirt from, though. You see what I'm saying? Like, you start talking about perfume and shit. That's how they talk there. Like, they talk around everything. I don't like that. I don't like people who can't keep it straight with me. Keep it real. Give me the decision on if I want to deal with this or not. Blah, 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 blah. But long story short, I ended up leaving. And I'll do a story time on all that maybe later on down the line. But as of right now, I want to keep it to the orientation for this place. So, that didn't work. So, July of 2025, I went back to Rail Transport. I was very, depressed. I was disappointed. I was upset because it's like, damn, I just want to get away from Rail Transport. I want to make more money. $4,000 a month is good. But for what I want to do, and now that I need to buy a car, and, addition to it, like, I have bills. Bills do not stop. Bills come every time you pay a bill. 30 days later, you're paying it again. 30 days later, you're paying it again. My bills aren't super expensive, but I have bills. I want to be able to pay my bills, save like a motherfucker. I need to be able to save substantially. In life, I'm gonna be honest. Yes, I am in grind mode, and I want to, run my money up and stack. But I also want to live my life too. I'm not about to enslave myself, because I don't believe in hustle culture. I believe in balance. So I believe in, you can go on a 30-day run or 60-day run, whatever you want to do, but I feel like you should reward yourself along the way, because that's what's going to keep you going. I don't want to just work myself into the ground, and I want to take a trip. I want to, okay, do this 30-day run, then you can do something like a small reward. Don't do big rewards, because then it'll just wipe out your 30 days, right? So let me talk slower. 30-day run, take yourself out on like a little 2-3 day little solo trip. 30-day run, 60-day run, okay, have a nice little, vacation. Go take, this weekend or whatever you gonna do. When I go on home time, I'm gonna take myself here. Let's go explore. Like, I want to live my life at the same time. as of right now, I got to do things in moderation. Because like I said, I'm trying to save and I got to get a new car. And like investing into what I want to do in my future. But I want to live my life. I've been upgrading my wardrobe to just newer, nicer clothes. I had a lot of old clothes that costed me money. I threw away all my underwear, all my bras, all my socks, all my shirt. Like I threw away everything, and I'm like building my closet back up. And I want nice clothes. Nice clothes cost money. This is the life I want. I don't believe in you keep cheaping your way out. You're just gonna pay the amount you should have paid in the first place. Because if you keep going to buy a pack of T-shirts that cost like $5, you might as well should have went and bought the damn pack of T-shirts that cost $20, $30. That pack's gonna last you longer. You're gonna feel better in it. It feels smooth on your skin. It's better quality. Like I'm just somebody, I don't mind paying. And now, granted, all of it is a ripoff. Let's be real, but I don't mind paying extra for better quality and a better experience of something. You know what I'm saying? Some people be like, oh, when we go out of town, we're not even going to be at the hotel. We're going to be outside. So let's just pay $50 for a hotel, and you get back to the motel, and your shit is stolen. Versus if you pay for like $100 a night, $120, $130 a night hotel, yes, it costs more, especially, you know, however many nights you stay there. Get your points up. I don't know. You feel better. The security's better. The cleanliness is better. There's better hospitality. You got a gym there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind paying for comfort. I don't. I can't, but I want to be able to pay for it and not have to look at my bank statement like, I think I wilded out a little bit. When really you didn't wild out. It's America. It's expensive. So I just want to live better, and I'm not going to make myself feel bad for that. So that's what I was saying. So when I got back to rail, I'm just like, man, this $4,000 a month is cool, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's just not enough. Cause I calculated my bills, what all my bills are. Those are my fixed bills though. Remember, I still got groceries. My grocery amount changes based off what I get, cause I meal prep. Based off what I get, what I cook, wherever I go that week. I might go to Meijer, I might go to Kroger, I might go to Walmart, I might go to Aldi. It just depends. I might go to a mixture of all of those. What do I need to buy? Do I need more clothes? You know what I'm saying? So, and even when I try to penny pinch, I still end up spending a decent amount of money because America has become expensive. Like, every time I go to the grocery store, it shocks me. Like, I would compare things to my childhood. Like, a bag of hot fries used to be $1, $2. Now it's like $3, $4. Like, everything, and it keeps spiking. It's insane. It's insane. And this adds up. It adds up. So, what was I about to say? So, you know, and then there's also there's also expenses that you can't prepare for. Life happens. Oh, the car needs fixing. Oh, this needs that. Oh, I don't know. You might have overspent on something, or I don't know. It's life be having. You know, expenses just come up sometimes. So, with that being said, I need more money. I want more money. I need more money, and I'm willing to work for more money. So that's what brought me to this new company. Not to mention, when I was at Rail Transport, like those, so I was there from July of 2025. No, I came back. I left in May 2025. I went back in July 2025, and I was just like, man, I'm going backwards. Like this is my third. Slow down. At this point, I have tried 3 other companies to go with, and it's not working. And I'm just like, damn, am I cursed? Am I meant to just not level up? I seriously got into this mind frame. Like, every time I try to, you know, expand my horizons, life just keep like knocking me back down to it's like, bro, what is going on? And it's not about like, I'm voicing myself to these companies. I'm telling them what I want. I'm just not getting anywhere. Like with Rail, when I came back, the vibes was weird. The vibes was hella weird, but then we got into a flow. I'm like, all right, you know, now before I left Rail in May of 2025, everything was going smooth. I wasn't being bothered. I got coached probably like twice in that 2-year run. I probably got coached twice. When I come back to Rail, the energy's weird, particularly with my male fleet manager. And I'm gonna just wrap this up, long story short, because it's gonna be a long video. But not to make it even longer. Towards the end, he coached me. So in October, I'm not even gonna say what it was because I'm not even gonna say what it was. But basically in October, he gave me a written warning that lasted 3 months for something that I did, right? If you ask me, It's not as big as a deal as he was making it. But I also get being in a commercial vehicle why they stress things and safety. I get it. But if you're a truck driver, sometimes they just be like they forget that just because I'm in a semi and I have to be a defensive driver, and I am, real life happens. Things happen. They're far out of our control. Like, they act like we just know every time a car is going to cut us off. They act like we just know every time a light's going to turn red. They act like there's some shit you just can't prepare for. It is what it is. So it was one of those situations where I felt like they weren't being practical, and it was almost, I felt like they were just looking for something, right? So they put me on this written warning on October 16th of 2025. With that written warning, I was like, something tells me. I told you, I'm big on energy. Like, I'm very spiritually inclined. Like, I just be knowing, and something in my gut just told me. I said they're probably trying to build a case on me to fire me and fuck up my CDL. So I guess because I be feeling like they like rail transport. I told y'all they are big retaliators. If you do something there, they're gonna retaliate. If you're late to a load, if you whatever, they're going to retaliate. They're gonna make you sit. They're gonna punish you. They're gonna cut your mouth, and they will do it. And sometimes they'll just do it randomly, just to show you that they can. Like, one thing about them, they're very dictator like, and they're real like. They're just real passive aggressive. They can become real passive aggressive and real like they retaliate. They're a very vengeful company. They are. They have messed up a lot of CDLs. So if you work there, just be careful. That's all I gotta say. What was I about to say? So I'm like, man, why are they doing this all of a sudden? So I wrote down every single time he coached me from October 16th to when I left. I quit December 23rd. Y'all, he coached me, the same fleet manager. It's only him doing this. He coached me I had two fleet managers. They were one day work, week on, week off. He coached me 7 times. 7 total from October to December. He coached me 7 times over petty shit. I said, yeah, he's trying to be. I'm not slow. When a company keeps coaching you, they put you on a written warning, some type of performance improvement plan. You need to get out of there because they trying to fuck up your resume. Like, get out of there. So I'm like, man, I got to get out of here. This is making me panic. I don't like having anxiety and being stressed. I'm constantly, like, after I got that written warning, like, I was on edge every day. That's not good for your mental health. Like, I'm like, man, what else they going to complain about? What else they going to, you know what I'm saying? So, and what pissed me off even more, after that, I'm not even gonna talk about it because I'm not gonna talk about it. Fuck them. So I'm like, man, I gotta get out of here. I'm not even. And then they were being petty with me with my mouths, right? So it was a written warning, and after I got the written warning, I stayed out for them for 2 weeks, but it ended up turning into 3 weeks. And I said, hey, I'm staying out. Normally, when you tell them you're staying out, they give you more miles and they send you further because you make more money, right? That's what I wanted to do. So I'm like, hey, I want to stay out. I want to make money. Blah, 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 blah. I've done this before with them. And the most miles I've ever run in 1 week was like 3,100. Yeah, I stayed out with them for 3 weeks for nothing because they kept running me the regular routes. And at the end of the first week, I'm like, what the fuck? I talked to my female fleet manager and I'm like, hey, what's up with the miles? Like, I'm staying out where I'm not seeing the miles. Y'all just running me my regular route. And she was like, oh, well, I see here. And she says my male fleet manager's name. She was like, he put that you were staying out, but he didn't change my home time. So to my dispatcher, it looks like, how does that even look? Like, you have me staying out, but you left my home time the same. So to my dispatcher, it looks like, don't give her a lot of miles. Just keep running her and it's her damn near her home domicile like they normally do. Because like on a normal week, I'll get like 22 to 2,400 miles. I'm trying to run 3,000 so I can make more money. I only make 55 cents a mile. Help a bitch out. So, they weren't giving me the mile. I'm like, I wonder if he sabotaged me. I told you, my male fleet manager got real weird with me this time. I don't know what happened to this dude. He started being real snippy with me on the phone. He would send messages through Messenger, and like you can tell when you can read. You know how you read somebody's tone and energy through text. He was like being real snippy and weird with me. So, like, man, what is this dude's problem? We've always gotten along. So, what happened after that? So I'm like, okay, you give me the written warning, you keep coaching me, and you're cutting my miles. So you're like deliberately not giving me any miles. Second week, mind y'all, she said she was going to send a message to the dispatcher and help me out. Second week was the same shit. I didn't get any miles. No, nothing extra. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So at this point, I started looking for other companies. I'm still getting coached. I'm still getting, fucked around. And I noticed like my last couple weeks working at rail, they kept having me relay loads. So I'll get an 800-mile load. Nope, relaying it 200 miles away. 500-mile load. Nope, you're relaying it 100 miles away. Like, so I'm not like, what the fuck is this? And it kept being him mainly. Whenever I was operating under him, it kept happening. I'm like, dude, what is going on? I'm losing my mind. Like, I'm already in a written warning. I'm on edge. I don't want to get fired. And I damn sure don't want to go on my CDL. And I'm just like, bro, they trying to fuck me. They're trying to get me. So I'm looking for other jobs. I'm not finding anything worth leaving for. Finally find this company I'm at now. A lot of companies run, I'm on a Family Dollar account. A lot of companies run this account. You can go to Werner, Schneider, a lot of companies that run this account. CR England, US Express, the Dollar General themselves, like the Dollar General runs their own fleet, or runs their own freight. Yeah, like a lot of companies run this freight. So I was like, man, let me try one of them dollar accounts. Yes, you're gonna have to hand unload. Yes, it's gonna be physical, but I don't mind that because I have been actively losing weight. And I want to continue to lose weight. And I'm tired of, I've gotten to the point, I've only been trucking for 2 years, but I've gotten to the point where I'm tired of just straight up driving. Like, it's gotten boring, and it is boring. It's exhausting to just ride in the truck all day. Then it's just like nothing. So like, I would like to work a job where I can drive, get out, do something. Like, that's what got me into tanker. I was like, if I can get out, pump the load off, or get out and load myself, I would like to do that. But it didn't work out. So I'm like, I want to do something physical. And that's what landed me in the Family Dollar accounts. I don't have the lift gate. I'm going to be doing like the roller account where you set up rollers and, touch every single box in the trailer one by one. I weighed my options and I really think I think I can do the job for sure. So I think it's going to make me physically stronger, which is what I need. My back has taken a hit in trucking. Just like I said, just sitting for long hours is just killing me. I need to get up and strengthen my body. So I know I'm going to be tired at first. I know it's going to be an adjustment, but I'm ready to do it. I'm willing to do it. If it doesn't work out, if I feel like it's just too much for my body, hey, we tried, move on to something else. But anyways, right? So when I put my 2 weeks in at rail, now mind y'all, the last time I left rail, I just dropped their stuff off and left. But this time I gave them a 2 weeks notice, and it's like I got punished for giving a 2 weeks notice. That second to last week, I hardly got any miles. And then the last week, mind y'all, remember how I had been asking for miles, right? Why my last week they made me drive my entire 70-hour clock out. Like, my 70 was gone Friday, but my home time was on Saturday. I don't know if they thought that I wasn't supposed to go home, because I definitely drove home. I drove home in violation for 2 hours, and they know this. I don't know if they thought that was supposed to scare me and make me not go home. I don't know if they wanted me dead tired, because I had to clean my truck off that weekend and then return it on that following Monday. I don't know if they wanted me tired. Like, I don't know what that was about, but I always just be like, y'all, they trying to be funny. So I've been asking y'all for miles, and then all of a sudden, my last week, I get 2,800 miles, which that's not even a lot. For me to run my 70-hour clock out, I could have got like 3,000 or so, but big difference, only 200-mile difference. So, but I ended up getting like 2,800 miles my last week, and it's like, I've been asking for those miles. Why y'all ain't give them to me? So, and I knew it was gonna be some BS when they, like I said, I will launch Monday and then Saturday morning go home. I knew it was gonna be some BS when they waited till Wednesday to send me to Kansas. Like, I'm all the way, I think I was in like Indiana or Ohio or something. They sent me all the way to Kansas. I'm like, y'all trying to get me home late on purpose, but whatever. I just told myself, just get through it and just leave. Don't mess up your CDL. But, and then they also took my Love, because my EFS card was attached to my Love's account, and they gave us 500 free showers when we started with rail. Now, I earned 200 more, though, but they took all 700 of my showers. Why would you not want me to wash my ass? Is it like, they're just hateful, bro. Like, I'm not even out of the system yet, but you deliberately took my showers. Then, but they left the fuel card open for purchasing fuel, purchasing diesel. I mean, not purchasing fuel, purchasing anti-gel, windshield washer fluid. Like, the fleet card's open for all that stuff. And then I also noticed they never once sent me to another Love's, Pilot. Like, that's another one. But they only sent me to Road Rangers and TAs and Petros. Most people don't shower at TA and Petro. I mainly sleep at and shower at Loves and Pilots, like most truckers, right? And they took all my love showers, and I'm just like, y'all are so fucking petty. Who does that? Who takes somebody's showers while they're working there? I'm not even out of the system yet, but you made sure to leave the fuel card open to buy fuel, and then they never once sent me to a Loves or a Pilot, so they didn't want me to build up no more showers, no more shower points. They're disgusting. Like, this is a disgusting company. Who does shit like that? You don't want a motherfucker to wash their ass? It's that deep to you? But mind you, I gave you the 2-week notice like you asked me to, and now you know what I'm saying? Mind you, I spoke to my fleet manager's boss, and he's like, yeah, that was a pretty shitty way to leave us last time. And then yeah, that's pretty shitty to take my showers too, isn't it? But you know, it's always a problem when you do it. So I'm like, cool, whatever. I had to pay $18 for a shower. Cool. Got out of there, started at this company, and man, it has been a lot getting started here. I haven't even fully gotten started. I got hired, but I haven't got started. So I think I'm gonna let this be the end of part 1. It's 40 minutes already, so I'm gonna let this be the end of part 1, and then part 2 I'm gonna pick right back up. I'm about to record it right now and edit it. Part 2 is going to be me explaining the entire process of starting with this company, the orientation, the BS I've been through here, and I was supposed to get my truck today, but it was not good. And I rejected the truck, and now I'm staying the night in this hotel, and I am going to be getting on the Greyhound tomorrow. Mind you, my checkout is tomorrow at 11 a.m. My Greyhound don't come till 6 p.m. So I guess I'm going to just be sitting in the hotel lobby editing more videos, or whatever's left. And I really want to get this stuff out to y'all so I can be caught up, because I have some footage. I just need to get it out. So, but yeah, I'm going to let this be the end of part 1 of me coming back to my channel. I don't know who's going to watch this, but comment, really comment. I really want to talk to y'all, because I remember I used to get comments and people interacting, and you know, it was cool. So if you could like and comment on this video, I would greatly appreciate it. If you don't, fuck yeah. No, I'm playing. Like, comment what y'all been up to, how his trucking been going for y'all, yeah, all that good stuff. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.